Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
And welcome to Hinton, Iowa. Tonight you're tuning in expecting to see the Hinton wrestling match. We're going to get that started in a little bit here. We've had a delay in one of the officials, but he just arrived, so we'll probably be starting in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So we'll be back once action starts here. It'll be Hinton versus Central Lyon first, and then it'll be Hinton versus Boyden Hull Rock Valley after that. So we'll be back with wrestling action in probably 5 minutes or so. So just sit tight if you're tuning in for the match. We'll be back. Hey, and so welcome back tonight from Hinton, Iowa. We're going to have varsity wrestling action coming at you. We'll be starting at 170 when we get to varsity action. I think we have a few JV matches coming up first, so we will get you the names and information as soon as they're available. Starting a couple minutes late. We had a little snafu with the scheduling conflict, but we got it all taken care of here, and we're ready to bring you some wrestling action from Hinton. It'll be Hinton versus Central Lyon George Little Rock will be the first match of the evening. There is West Sioux versus Boyden Hall going on as well. We'll not have any live coverage of that match, but I will update you on team scores as we go along. So I believe the first match of the evening is going to be Colton Robinson. This is a JV match. Colton Robinson for Hinton. Trying to find his opponent here. Okay, so Colton with the quick takedown right away. So Colton's up 2-0 here in this JV match. Colton Robinson for Hinton. Now he's got Central Lyon in a little trouble. He's got him on their back with a butcher. Looking for the fall. Ethan Peterson's the wrestler for Central Lyon. So Central Lyon able to fight off their back there, but that'll be 3 back points for Robinson for Hinton. So he's going to lead 5-0. And I'm told this is the first varsity match, so no JV action yet. We're starting with varsity. So this is varsity action here, first match of the night. Colton Robinson versus Ethan Peterson. Colton doing a nice tough ride here, keeping Ethan down. So in control, 5-0. Ethan Peterson's a sophomore, comes with a 6-0 record. Colton is a freshman, comes in with a 10-10 record. Now Peterson gets that escape, so it's going to be 5-1. You can see in the upper right hand of your picture, that's going to be the live scoring. So the bottom is the match score, and as we get going with team scores, that'll be at the top. So as you can see, Colton Robinson of Hinton leads 5-1 over Ethan Peterson right now. 30 seconds to go or so. Colton with the collar tie here, unable to get secure a takedown. Robinson came out with like a house of fire and had Peterson in all kinds of trouble early, but he was unable to hold that position. Now Colton with another shot, trying a fireman's carry, but Peterson's able to stall him out, and we're going to have time expire before anybody can score any points. So we'll head to the second period. 5-1 in favor of Colton Robinson of Hinton over Ethan Peterson of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Peterson's going to choose the down position. We're set and we're off. Peterson trying to stand up. Robinson trying to trip him forward, gets him back down. Got to get him off his base here so he can get any kind of tilting or anything. Robinson tries a cradle, and he's able to get it to his back. He's going to have to adjust if he's going to get a pin here, but he's going to get some back points. Now he turns that into a chicken wing, and now it's just going to be back points. So Robinson will go up 8-1 over Peterson of Central Lyon George Little Rock in our opening match here tonight at 170. Peterson once again tries to get to his feet, and Robinson once again goes to the cradle, unable to secure his hands at this point. Peterson doing a decent job of fighting his hands. Now I think Robinson has it locked up. No, he lost the grip, and Peterson's going to get a reversal. So it'll be 8-3 now in favor of Robinson from Hinton. 1 minute to go, the second period. Scoreboard shows period 1, but it's actually period 2. Now Peterson riding tough, trying to get Robinson turned for some back points. First action for the Blackhawks coming out of the break, Christmas break. I'm assuming it's the first action for all the teams here tonight, but I know it is for sure Hinton. Now Peterson tries a half. Colton fights that off. And now there's going to be a stall warning on Robinson of Hinton for lack of activity. Colton needs to build his base back up here and get back to his feet. 15 seconds to go, second period. Now Peterson has, he had part of a butcher going, but it didn't work out. Now they're out of bounds. So with about 8 seconds to go, Colton Robinson will remain down here, leading this match 8-3 over Peterson of Central Lyon. Peterson unable to break Robinson down to the mat completely, but Robinson's unable to get to his feet, and that'll do it for second period action. So as we head to the third, it'll be Robinson's choice. He's going to choose neutral, leading 8-3 as we start the third period. So Robinson of Hinton leads 8-3 over Peterson of Central Lyon. Robinson with the collar tie, tries a snap down, doesn't work. Peterson in on a shot, a single. Robinson fights the hands, trying to get that leg back. No points awarded yet. Robinson trying to get that leg free, and Peterson trying to elevate it. Now the referee is going to award 2 points, but he awarded it the wrong way. He gave 2 to Peterson, but that should be to, Robinson's 2 points and back. So Robinson leads 10-3, and with 3 back points, he's going to lead 13-3, and then Peterson gets a reversal, so it's going to be 13-5. It should be 13-5 in favor of Robinson of Hinton. But now Peterson has Robinson in a bad position as he's getting some back points at least. Now he's going for the fall. Robinson really needs to fight off his back. He's leading this match 13-5. Peterson trying for the fall. And Robinson's going to get pinned, leading by 8 points. So that's going to make the match, the final score, the match score, Central Lyon, George Little Rock 6, Hinton nothing. Now we're getting ready for our next match.
Wrestling on the yellow mat for Hinton, Jack Beck.
This will be Jack Beck for Hinton.
George Little Rock, Aaron Springer.
And Aaron Springer for Central Lyon. So Jack Beck versus Aaron Springer. Maybe we are still in JV. They haven't updated the team score, so it's possible that this is a JV match. I've not been told one way or the other. Springer with the takedown for Central Lyon. Springer working the half, trying to turn Beck over. Beck fighting off his back. Now Springer's in better position, trying to pin Beck. Springer leading 2-0 here early in the first period, looking for more. Beck trying to fight off his back here. And that's going to do it. That's going to be a fall for Ethan Springer, 51 seconds of the first period. Yeah, so we'll move to the next match of the evening, another JV match. So these are JV matches. I apologize for that. This is going to be Riley Johnson for Hinton. We'll see who's coming out. It'll be so we're still in JV action here. This is not varsity yet. So Riley Johnson of Hinton. The Central Lyon wrestlers checking in. We'll get it in a second here.
Wrestling on the gold mat for Hinton, Riley Johnson. For Central Lyon, George Little Rock, Matthew Everhart.
So it's Matthew Everhart for Central Lyon. So Riley Johnson of Hinton wrestling Everhart of Central Lyon in a JV match here. Johnson with the collar tie. Now Everhart with the front headlock. Now Everhart in a single. Takes Johnson down. That'll be 2 points for Everhart. He'll lead 2-0. Now Everhart driving a half Nelson here, trying to get Johnson off his back, and he does. Johnson trying to fight the pin. And that's going to be a fall. So Matthew Everhart of Central Lyon, George Little Rock picks up a pin at 1 minute of the first period. Looks like we have another JV match coming up here. It'll be Isaac Richter for Hinton. And as they're getting checked in here, we'll see who's coming up for Central Lyon, George Little Rock.
Wrestling for Hinton, Isaac Richter for Central Lyon, George Little Rock, Isaiah Ditzworth.
Okay, so Zakiah Ditzworth wrestling for Central Lyon, George Little Rock against Isaac Richter of Hinton in another JV match. So Richter of Hinton versus Ditzworth of Central Lyon. Both guys in a mutual collar tie here. Now they circle back to the center of the mat. It's hard to score when both guys have the collar ties that we have going on at the moment. Happens a lot with the bigger guys. Both guys trying a little bit of a snap down, but it's not working. Now they break, they'll reset. Richter of Hinton versus Ditzworth of Central Lyon. JV match. Now Ditzworth had a Russian tie, but Richter's able to escape out of that. Still no score here, first period of this JV match. Shot attempt by Ditzworth, unsuccessful. Back to the collar tie. So only really one true shot attempt in the first period here. That was by Ditzworth. I can tell you on mat 2, as we come to the end of the first period in this JV match, on mat 2 they are in the varsity action, and West Sioux leads Boyd and Hull Rock Valley 9-6. After 3 matches. So Ditzworth is going to choose down for Central Lyon here. So Richter of Hinton will be in the top position as we start the second period. No score. Ditzworth's going to get a point for locked hands. He tries to get the escape as well. Referee will give him a little bit of time here to see if he can get away. And now they're going to give the 1 point. So it's 1-0 Ditzworth. And he could possibly get more depending on what happens here. He's at least going to get the escape. And now he's going to get the escape. So it'll be 2-0 Ditzworth over Richter of Hinton. Still a JV match here. Richter tries a headlock, kind of, and Ditsworth turns that into a single, now a double leg. Back to a single. Richter's trying a little cow catcher action, but he's going to have to drag him flatter to his back before he's going to be able to get that move. Ditsworth does a good job of catching one leg there before Richter can score. And we're going to have a stalemate called by the referee as neither wrestler is able to improve. So back to neutral position. Ditsworth leading 2-0. Back to the collar tie for both guys here. Richter trails 2-0. Tries another headlock. This time, Ditsworth's able to reverse him and score, so it'll be 4-0 in favor of Ditsworth. As we head to the third period, it's going to be Richter's choice. He'll choose neutral. Trailing 4-0 here as we start the third. Again, this is Isaac Richter of Hinton wrestling Ditsworth of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Both guys seem to be a little fatigued here in the third period, which first match is back after Christmas. That's to be expected. Now Richter drives in and pushes Ditsworth backwards, but he's unable to get the snap down. And now Boyden Hall Rock Valley takes a 12-9 lead over West Sioux after 4 matches on mat number 2. Still in JV action here on mat 1. Under 1 minute to go here. Richter of Hinton trails 4-0. Now Ditsworth standing on Richter's foot, but now that Richter is able to get out of that. Approaching 30 seconds to go here in this match. 4-0 in favor of Ditsworth over Richter of Hinton. This is still JV action. We have at least one more JV match coming up before we start varsity. When varsity does start, it'll be at 170. Now Ditsworth's going to get 2 on the takedown, and the referee waves it off. And now Richter has Ditsworth in all kinds of trouble, trailing 4-0, 4-2. And he's going to run out of time. He's going to get 2 takedown and 3 back. And Isaac Richter of Hinton's going to pull off the 5-4 victory in JV action tonight. So late flurry for Richter saves that match for him.
Winner by decision, Hinton Blacklock, Isaac Richter.
Now it looks like coming up next for Hinton, we're going to have Nick Lindley. And we'll see who his opponent is. Nick Lindley for Hinton wrestles 120 generally. So I'm guessing that's what this weight's going to be. It's still a JV match. I'm looking over there trying to see who's up next. It looks like this should be the last JV match, I believe.
Wrestling at 126 on the gold mat for Central Lyon George Little Rock, Deshaun Borman. For Hinton, Nick Lindley.
Deshaun Borman is the wrestler for Central Lyon George Little Rock. So Lindley of Hinton versus Borman of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Again, both guys pushing, trying to get inside position here. Lindley in on a double leg for Hinton. Able to complete that. He gets the 2, and now he's looking for back points. And he's going to get at least a couple here. As Borman is on his back, and Lindley's trying to keep him there. Now Borman's able to get off his back. It'll be 2 back points. So Lindley's going to lead 4-0. Lindley of Hinton wrestling Borman of Central Lyon. This is JV. JV 120, I believe. Borman down possession as we restart here. They went on a bounce. Nick Lindley of Hinton in the top position. And now there'll be a caution as Lindley got on him with both things at once. You're kind of supposed to go one arm then the other, but he got a restart, and here we go. So Lindley's riding Borman of Central Lyon. Has Borman broken down right now. Lindley's looking for something he can turn him with. Trying to capture that wrist. Getting a little bit in front. Now he gets back behind him. Now he's going to run a half. Borman fights that off. Lindley trying to get the wrist roll half, and it looks like he's able to. So now Lindley has Borman on his back, leading 4-0 already. Borman bridges the best he can. Lindley's going to try to readjust here to get more weight on him. And now Borman's able to fight off his back, but Lindley gets the 3 back points. So Lindley's going to lead 7-0 after the first period here of 120 JV action. Varsity match will start next, I believe. So Lindley's going to choose down position in the second period here. Borman will be in the top position. Lindley leads 7-0. Lindley of Hinton. Borman has the wrist trap. Now he's called for locked hands. So if Lindley can get going here, he'll get bonus points. He just needs to get. He's got 1 for locked hands. If he can get out, he'll get the skate point too. But he only has a few seconds to do this before the referee generally will stop it. Borman trying the cradle from the top. He's got a leg in, and the referee will stop it. It's going to be locked hands. It'll be 8-0 in favor of Lindley from Hinton.
Ben's choice, he is going down. Ben's
Okay, and welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As we're having some technical difficulties there. I think we got it fixed up. So we're still in the first varsity match of the evening. It's Jacob Bishop of Hinton wrestling Graham Eben of Central Iron George Little Rock. Eben leads 4-1. It's just starting the second period here. Bishop starts in the top position. Now Eben gets a reversal, so he's going to lead 6-1. Like Graham Eben comes as sophomore, comes in at 4-5 on the year, and Bishop as a freshman comes in at 7-1 on the year. Eben in the control here as they're near the out of bounds position, leading 6-1. The first match of the duel. Now we're out of bounds, so reset to center. So Bishop in the down position, trailing by 5. Second period here, 1:06 to go. Eben keeps Bishop down, trying to break him down with a chop and a little pressure from the top. But now he's got him flat. Bishop's basing out, trying to get back to his feet. Eben not able to really get Bishop broken down where he can turn him, but Bishop not able to get away yet. Bishop still in the down position, Eben in control from Central Lyon. First match of the duel, varsity duel. And now they're going to call stalling on Eben on top. Stall warning for not enough activity. Bishop has about 5 seconds to try to get an escape here. Close the gap. He's not going to be able to. So we're going to head to the third period with Eben of Central Lyon George Little Rock leading 6-1 over Jacob Bishop of Hinton. As we head to the third period here, Bishop will be in the down position. Eben on top. And we're off. Bishop tries to set out, turn through, and he's able to get an escape. So Bishop's now trailing 6-2. He's going to need some offense here in the third period if he's going to get back in this one. Even with the single leg shot, he's going to get the takedown. It looks like he secures it. Bishop unable to kick away in time. 8-2 now. Eben's going to lead. But Eben doesn't move up here. He's going to get a stall warning, and there he does move up finally. Bishop back to his feet. 8-3 with the escape. Eben again with the single leg, and now Bishop trying to cross face and get out of it. Now he's got the cross face. If he can kick his leg back, he can score, and now he gets 2 reversal. So Bishop trailing 8-5 with 50 seconds to go now. Gonna have to either get him turned or turn him loose and take him down again. Needs at least 3 points here in the next 45 seconds. Bishop trying for the head lever, but he's got to get Eben flat here first. It's kind of hard to do that from his knees. Now Eben to his feet, not a bounce, and we'll restart. .27 seconds to go here. And we had a little caution there. We're going to reset here. So Eben of Central Lyon, down position. Jacob Bishop on top, trailing 8-6. Now Bishop does have a half in. Eben fights that off. 10 seconds to go. Bishop's going to have to hurry. Eben back to his feet here, and that's going to do it. So Central Lyon George Little Rock will take a 3-0 lead as Eben's able to get the victory, 8-6 over Jacob Bishop of Hinton. So we'll run into the 182-pound match. For Hinton, it's going to be Brooks Benabus. Freshman comes with a 2-2 record.
182 for Central Lyon George Little Rock, Evan Kruger.
And for Central Lyon George Little Rock, it's going to be Evan Kruger. Evan is a junior, coming in with a 3-3 record. So Brooks Benabus, the freshman for Hinton, versus the junior Kruger from Central Lyon. Kruger in a double leg right away, and looks like he's going to secure the 2. Benabus tries the base out. Now Benabus able to get the escape, and it's 2-1 in favor of Kruger from Central Lyon. Kruger back in on a double leg again. Once again, he's going to get the 2 right on the edge of the mat. He's going to lead 4-1. Over on mat number 2, West Sioux leads Boyden Hull Rock Valley 18-12 after 5 matches. Now Kruger's got a cradle in on Benabus. Benabus fights the hands and gets out of that. And we're going to be out of bounds. We're going to have blood time, actually. We have blood time on Kruger. So he's got a cut open up on his cheek. While they're taking care of that, we're going to go to commercial. You're watching Flow Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Varsity Athletics.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, three-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As you're watching Full Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Wrestling tonight, varsity action. We're in the second match of the evening, this duel versus Central Lyon George Little Rock, the Hinton Blackhawks hosting. We're in the first period. Brooks Benabus trails Kruger, Evan Kruger of Central Lyon 4-1. Coming out of a blood time stoppage for Kruger, and we're ready to go back to action. And Kruger's trying to get Brooks off his base here. Trying to reach up and grab a wrist. Now he comes across the busher, and I'll be able to get that as well. Kind of just sitting on the hips here. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get called with the stall warning. Now he gets off this side. Now Benabus needs to get moving and try something, or he might get a stall call on the bottom. Kruger doing a good job of keeping pressure on Benabus, unable to let Benabus get back to his knees. 39 seconds to go, first period. Kruger still keeping good pressure on Benabus. Now we got a stall call on Benabus for lack of action. Kruger's playing pretty good pressure on him, and Benabus isn't able to do much, but you're still responsible for trying to get the escape, and that's what the referee called. So right near the edge of out of bounds, 3 seconds to go, first period here. And that's the way it's going to end, 4-1 in favor of Kruger of Central Lyon over Benabus of Hinton. It's going to be Kruger's choice. He's going to defer. Benabus is going to choose down. So Brooks Benabus of Hinton trailing 4-1 over to Evan Kruger of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Benabus tries to stand up. It's going to be a caution called on Green. Nothing wrong with that. Benabus trying to get a jump start there on the whistle. Kruger back on top, and we're off and running. That time Benabus unable to get a quick start. Kruger's back in control. The way Kruger's setting on those hips, now he gets off the side. He's got a butcher. Trying to lock it up. He does have it fairly good anyway. He's getting back points. The thing that's saving Brooks Benabus right now is that Kruger's on his knees. And now he's putting a little more pressure down, and Benabus is trying to fight it. And that's going to do it. So 38 seconds into the second period, Evan Kruger of Central Lyon George Little Rock is going to win by fall over Brooks Benabus of Hinton. That's going to make our team score 9-0 in favor of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And we'll move on to 195 action. For Hinton, it's going to be Bodie Benabus. And for Central Lyon George Little Rock, waiting for the introduction.
At 195 for Central Lyon George Little Rock, Trevor Deeren. For Hinton, Bodie Benabus.
It's going to be Trevor Deeren, sophomore, coming with a 7-4 record. For Hinton, it's Bodie Benabus, sophomore, with a 9-10 record. So a couple of sophomores doing battle here at 195. Hinton trails 9-0 in the team score. Benabus with the underhook. Tries to snap down. Tries to snap down again. Now they break as Benabus tries to get a single out of it. Deeren with the collar tie now. Benabus fights out of that. Tries to go for the snap down once again. Now Benabus goes back to the underhook. Neither wrestler's taking a shot yet this period. Under 1 minute to go first period. Again, this is Benabus for Hinton and Deeren for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Now Benabus with a nice double. Deeren tries to fight it off. Benabus keeps going. If he can get waist control, he'll have two. He's got a crossface now and get his leg back. Still nothing, no control given because he has Benabus's leg wrapped up. Deeren has control of that leg. Now Benabus stuffs the head. He's got to kick that leg back and get behind him for two. And now they call it. He does have two. So Benabus leads 2-0 from Hinton over Deeren of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Now Deeren finds his way back to his feet. It'll be 2-1 with about 3 seconds to go. And that's going to be the score in the first period. Benabus of Hinton leads 2-1 over Deeren of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Benabus's choice, he's going to defer. And Deeren is going to choose down. So Benabus leads 2-1 over Deeren of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Benabus with the tight waist. He's going to get a reversal of those. Deeren does a nice switch. And Deeren's going to take the lead 3-2 early in the second period. Central Lyon wrestlers so far doing a pretty good job of putting pressure on the Blackhawk wrestlers to keep them down. Deeren has quite a bit of pressure on Benabus, unable to build back up to get to his feet. Now Deeren trying to get that arm back for the seatbelt. Benabus now builds back to his knees, but unable to get any further as Deeren breaks him back down again. Benabus trails by one, just need to escape here to tie it up. Deeren now tries to go around front and get that arm out back. That doesn't work either. So. Deeren back behind. Benabus unable to get away. 30 seconds to go, second period. Only score in this period has been a reversal by Deeren over Benabus of Hinton. Now Deeren has a half in. Benabus fights that off. Now he's got that arm behind Benabus. Tries to put that arm in his back pocket here, possibly go for a cradle. Benabus fights that off for the time being and is able to get back to his knees as we're going to end the second period with the score Deeren of Central Lyon 3, Benabus of Hinton 2. Head to the third period, it looks like Benabus is going to choose neutral, trailing by 1. Over on mat 2, it looks like West Sioux leads 18-16 over Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Benabus trailing by 1 here on our match. Benabus of Hinton versus Deeren of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Neither wrestler really comfortable with the ties they want at this moment. Both kind of just pushing out of each other's ties. Now Benabus goes with the collar tie. Deeren counters by controlling the opposite arm. Now Benabus is back into the underhook. Deeren pummels out of that position. There's Benabus with another shot. This time it's a single, and Deeren's able to get his hips back and spin for the 2 points, and Darion's going to take a 5-2 lead now over Benabus of Hinton. Darion in control over Benabus from Hinton here as Benabus tries to build back up, but Darion's keeping pretty good pressure on him with that arm lock. Got the wrist of Benabus, preventing him from coming up. 15 seconds to go, third period.
Now wrestling on the black mat at 126. We're going home, Rock Valley. We have Logan Cedric.
And that looks like that's the way it's going to end. It's going to be a 5-2 victory for Trevor Deering of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And that's going to extend the Central Lyon lead to 12-0 over Hinton as we'll head to the 220-pound match where Hinton's going to be open. For Central Lyon George Little Rock, it's going to be Lyle Moore, I believe.
Winner by forfeit at 220, Central Lyon George Little Rock, Lyle Moore.
Yeah, that's Lyle Moore. He's number 9 rated wrestler according to IA Wrestle, so he's going to accept the forfeit, and Central Lyon George Little Rock's going to lead 18-0 as we head to heavyweight, where Hinton will be open as well. I'll get you the name of the Central Lyon wrestler here in a second. So it,
Winner by forfeit at heavyweight, Central Lyon George Little Rock, Jack Benoit. Winner by forfeit at 106 for Hinton.
So
Evan Stahl.
forfeit at heavyweight, and then Hinton's going to get their first victory of the evening as they get a forfeit at 106. Evan Stahl of Hinton will win by forfeit. As we move to 113, Hinton's going to be open, I believe.
Winner by forfeit at 113, Central Lyon George Little Rock, Levi Kramer.
And that forfeit's going to go to Levi Kramer of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So now we're moving to the 120 action, and this should be a good match for us. As for Hinton, it's going to be Ethan Sakow. Undefeated this year. The sophomore is 20-0.
Central Lyon George Little Rock, Reagan Hashi. For Hinton at 120, Ethan Sakow.
And for Central Lyon George Little Rock, it's going to be Regan Hashi. Freshman comes with a 5-3 record. So Sakow versus Hashi. Sakow for Hinton, Hashi for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Sakow in on the single for the moment, trying to turn that into a double, and he's going to do that and take the takedown. So Ethan Sakow of Hinton gets the takedown, leads 2-0 over Hashi of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Now Sakow trying to get wrist control. He had him flat for a moment. Now he's going to have to break him back down, and does so. Now Sakow's going to cut Hashi. It'll be 2-1 in favor of Sakow. And they go out of bounds and we'll have to reset. So 1:07 to go first period. Ethan Sakow with the early takedown leads 2-1 over Regan Hashi of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Sakow with another shot and going to secure another takedown, I believe. Yes, there he gets it. So Sakow leads 4-1. He's going to have to climb up on those legs, try to keep him split as he goes to a butcher. Now Hashi fights out of that. Now Sakau tries a head lever. Hashi's able to fight that off. 30 seconds to go first period. Now Sakau drives forward and captures that wrist. Got a tight waist, trying to get that to a chicken wing. Hashi fights that off. Now with 10 seconds to go, Sakau just wants to keep Hashi down for the rest of the period and lead 4-1 after one. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So Ethan Sakau able to take a couple takedowns in the first period. He's going to lead 4-1 over Hashi of Central Lyon.
Now wrestling on the black mat.
Hashi chooses down position. And Sakau is going to let him come up for one. So it'll be 4-2 in favor of Ethan Sakau of Hinton as he chooses to start neutral. Sakau in on a half shot. Now Hashi in on a shot and a takedown, and it's 4-4. Sakau looking for the escape to retake the lead and does so. Now he would have had Hashi right out of, as he go out of bounds. He's going to give one. So Ethan Sakau leads 5-4 over Reagan Hashi of Central Lyon in the 120-pound match here in our first duel of the evening. Over on mat number 2, West Sioux has taken a 36-16 lead over Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Sakau back in on a shot. Hashi counters. Now Sakau resets. They're back to their feet. Sakau again on a double leg. Now it's switched to a single. He's going to have to try to hoist that and split the difference. Hashi's grabbing onto the ankle, holding on. Sakau trying to get that ankle back. Puts a 3/4 Nelson in, and he's going to secure the takedown. That's going to be 2 for Ethan Sakau of Hinton. So Sakau leads 7-4. Under 1 minute to go, second period. Now Ethan's working a half. Trying to, but Hashi's pulling that off. He has a chicken wing on one side. He's trying to get the elbow on the other. Now he almost had it. Trying to turn him with that wing. Now he's able to for a count, but not for 2. Now he's got 2. And more. Looks like he's going to have 3 points at least from this move. And the referee awards that, so Ethan Sakau Hinton takes a 10-4 lead. Now Sakau working the power half. Switches to a regular half. Hashi wings him down, and Sakau recovers. Now he's going to tight waist and just keep him down for the last couple seconds of this period. And that's exactly what he does. So after 2 periods, 10-4 in favor of Ethan Sakau over Regan Hashi of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Sakau's choice is going to choose down to start the 3rd period, leading 10-4. Heck of a second period for Sakau there. Sakau to his feet right away if he can get away to get 1. And now he does. So that's 11-4 lead in favor of Sakau. And we're out of bounds. So we'll be in neutral as we resume. Zoom action in the middle of the mat. 11-4 in favor of Sakau of Hinton over Hashi of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Sakau now in on a single, trying to finish that. Turns it into a cradle, and then just gets the 2. So 13-4, Sakau leads over Hashi of Central Lyon. Now Sakau trying to lock up the cradle once again. Hashi's fighting the hands. And the referee stands right in your way if you're watching from home. There we go. Sakau has the cradle locked up. He's able to get him back. See if he can turn this into a pin. I'm not sure he can the way he's got him, but and there it is. So Ethan Sakau is going to get the pin at 5 minutes, and Hinton's going to close the gap to 24-12. Actually, I think it's 30-12, but the scoreboard may be wrong. There were some forfeits in there. I'm not sure how that all worked out. So we're going to move to 126. At 126 for Hinton is going to be Mark Gant.
Wrestling in 126 for Central Line, George Little Rock, Chase Doohan.
Mark Gant's a freshman, comes in at 7-0. Chase Doohan is a sophomore, comes in at 2-6 for Central Line, George Little Rock. So Doohan versus Gant. Gant for Hinton, Doohan for Central Line, George Little Rock. Gant in on a single leg. Now switches to a double and has the takedown for 2-point lead. Now Gant's trying to get him broke down, trying to get a hold of that wrist. The referee's got locked hands, and that's going to be stopped here momentarily. Yeah, now the referee stops it. So it's going to be a 1 point for Doohan. So it'll be 2-1 in favor of Gant. Gant gets Doohan broken down. Now he's got the seatbelt ride. Tries to put a leg in. Thinks better of it and just tries to get wrist control. 2-on-1. Doohan fighting the hands. Gant trying to get Doohan back to the mat. Drops to a single. And able to control Doohan back to the mat once again. Doohan's reaching back to the head. If Gant can get a half in, he can probably turn him to his back. Still 2-1 in favor of Mark Gant of Hinton over Chase Doohan of Central Lyon. Gant working hard, keeping pressure on, keeping Doohan flat to the mat. As I said before, it is 30-12, so Central Lyon leads 30-12 over Hinton in this varsity duel. Mark Gant leads 2-1 though over Doohan of Central Lyon right now. Now Gant has a leg in. Doohan has a hold of Gant's wrist. He gets that free. Now he's putting a power half in. Doohan fights that off and might get a stalemate soon here as neither wrestler is advancing. Now Gant's getting a little bit high. He gets the legs in. Stretches Doohan out. Now if he can put a half in or something like that, he might be able to turn him. 5 seconds to go. First period. And that's the way it's going to end as Mark Gant leads 2-1 over Chase Doohan of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Gant had an impressive start to the season, 7-0 undefeated. Then had some illness and missed some time at the last couple of matches of the before Christmas break, but he's all healthy now, ready to go. And Gant will start in the top position as Doohan chose down. Gant with the chicken wing. Now he's going to try to turn that into a arm bar, trying to take Doohan over. Unable to get to the point where he can get back points yet. One more big step and he might have it. Now he's got him. He's got a 2 count, so he's got at least 2 back points. Still at 2. He's only able to get a 3 count there, so he needs a 5 count to get the 3rd point. Now he's got him in the right spot. And that's going to be a pin for Mark Gant of Hinton. So Mark Gant Hinton gets a pin at 46 seconds into the second period, and Hinton's going to close that gap 30-18. So now coming up for Hinton, it'll be Gage Morgan, the sophomore, comes in with a 15-4 record. And for Central Lyon, George Little Rock, I'm not sure who it is for Central Lyon, George Little Rock, as they haven't updated the check-in yet. It's going to be Lane Kruger for Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Lane Kruger is a sophomore, comes in with a 3-6 record, so a couple of sophomores doing battle here at 132. Sorry, Mark Gant was at 126. This is the 132-pound match. Gage Morgan with the front headlock here, looking to score for Hinton. Shucks it by, but Kruger's able to fight that off. Now Morgan gets behind him for the 2 points. So Gage Morgan takes a 2-point lead over Kruger of Central Lyon. Morgan tries to lift. He's going to get called for locked hands here, and Kruger's going to get a reversal. So it's going to be 3-2 now in favor of Kruger of Central Lyon as he gets the locked hands and the reversal. And now we're going to have blood time for Gage Morgan of Hinton. So while they're taking care of the blood time, we're going to take a timeout. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Varsity Athletics.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So welcome back to Hinton. We're just finishing up blood time here, getting ready to resume action as Lane Kruger of Central Lyon leads Gage Morgan of Hinton 3-2 here in the first period. Looks like we're ready to go. As looking over on mat 2, we got a second. Looks like West Sioux leads 42-28 over Boyden Hull Rock Valley in that dual match over on mat 2. Boyden Hull will be taking on Hinton here in the next match that we'll be covering. Morgan to his feet, looking for the escape to tie it. Kruger drops to a single, and Morgan's unable to kick away. So right back in the spot he started at, and now Kruger has the wrist trap, the 2-on-1. Morgan's going to have to free his hands, come back to his base. He's got the hand free, and he tries to switch, and he's going to get it. So with that switch, Gage Morgan retains the lead 4-3. So nice action there by Gage Morgan to retake the lead here, 4-3, under 30 seconds to go first period. Now Gage would really like to keep Kruger down for the rest of the period and lead after this first one. We're at the 132-pound match here in the duel of Central Lyon versus Hinton. Morgan riding a 2-on-1 here, trying to get something he can turn him with, but Kruger's doing a good job of fighting it, but Morgan's also doing a good job of putting pressure. So after one period, Gage Morgan's going to lead 4-3 over Lane Kruger of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. Morgan starts down the second period. Kruger on top. Morgan unable to get away in the first attempt. Now he's going to have to build back up and try again. So Morgan gets back to his base. Now he's going to have to try to get some distance. He does. He's able to get to his feet if he can break the hands, and he does. So Gage Morgan leads 5-3 over Kruger of Central Lyon. Now Kruger in with the shot. Morgan trying to stuff the head. Circles, got a front headlock. Tries to snap him off his base and get behind him. He's close. If he can cross face and get his leg out of there, he'll have it. Morgan trying to pull the ankle up of Kruger here. He's got to break the lock on the hands, though, around his waist. He's got, close. He's got the arms broken now, but then Kruger able to regain him, and he's going to get a reversal. And Kruger's going to tie it up 5-5 with about 1 minute to go, second period. So 5-5 match here. Morgan on the bottom for Hinton. Kruger with the leg in on top. Now he's got both legs in. He's a bit high. Maybe Morgan can wedge out of this. Now he's got Morgan flattened out. Kruger attempting a power half here from the top position. Kruger's got one leg in still in control. Morgan tries to shake him up as Kruger is a little bit high. Morgan has almost got it. Now he's pulling him under, and he's going to get the reversal. So Morgan reverses Kruger. He's going to lead 7-5. Now Gage has a half in, trying to drive it. If he could wrist roll that other hand, which he's trying to do, and drive the half. But he's not going to have enough time here. So Morgan's able to reverse him and take a 7-5 lead as we start the third period. have another blood timeout. I'm not sure this is going to last very long, so we'll stay here with you. So Hinton trails 30-18 in this varsity duel. We have Hinton versus Boyden Hull Rock Valley coming up next. Over on mat 2, West Sioux is wrestling Boyden Hull Rock Valley, and they lead 42-28 at the moment. Gates Morgan up by 2 as we head to the third period here. Kruger chooses a down position. So Kruger set, Morgan on top, and away we go. Morgan is able to get Kruger broken down there. He's got the wrist trapped. Trying to bring it out behind him, but Kruger's able to build up to his base, so Gage gets back behind his hips and drives him down. Good pressure by Morgan here, trying to keep Kruger flattened out. Well, Kruger's able to get out of that, and they reset a little bit here, but Morgan's still in control, leading by 2. Now Morgan once again tries to get that arm control behind Kruger's back, but he's unable to dig it out of there. Now Morgan gives up on that and goes to a 2-on-1. Morgan still leading 7-5 over Kruger of Central Lyon. Now Morgan has a half, but he's unable to turn him. Morgan back in behind, still in control, leading 7-5 with 30 seconds to go. Kruger tries a side roll, that doesn't work. Wing down a half there and tried to hip over, but Morgan was able to get out of that. Morgan's got a half in. Now he's trying to drive it again. Kruger fighting it. Morgan back behind again. Kruger fights that half off. 10 seconds to go. Morgan throws a half in the other side, tries to run that with a wrist roll. Kruger pops his hips up and stops that. And Gage Morgan's going to hold on for the 7-5 victory over Kruger of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So the Blackhawks able to close within 30-21 here as we head to the 138-pound action. For Hinton, it's going to be Michael Lusch wrestling at 138. The freshman comes in with 11-6 record. For Central Lyon George Little Rock, waiting for the check-in.
Wrestling at 138 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Brock Clarenby. For your Blackhawks, Michael Luch.
It'll be Brock Clarenby. Brock Clarenbeek is a junior with a 4-5 record. So Clarenbeek versus Luch. Luch with a takedown right away, up 2-0. Luch, the freshman. Now Clarenbeek gets an escape, so it's going to be 2-1. As Luch is back in on a shot again and comes up with a single. And then we have, well, I thought we'd have flea in the mat, but that's not what they called, so we're just back to neutral. Luch leads 2-1 here over Clarenbeek of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Luch back in on a shot again from a little bit too far away. Clarenbeek's able to fight that off into a front headlock. Now he's got a cradle. Luch drives him to his back and gets 2 and some back points. Unable to hold that, but he'll pick up 2 more points on the near fall. Luch up 6-1. Scoreboard doesn't show that, but it should be 6-1. So Clarenbeek set, Luch covers. Clarenbeek to his feet right away. Luch drops to a single. Now Clarenbeek kind of tripods over. Now we're in a scramble situation. Clarenbeek pulls his arm out. He's going to have 2 and he does. So after a wild scramble action, it should be 6-2 in favor of Luch, or 6-3 6-3 in favor of Luch. Now Clarenbeek has a chicken wing, and he's trying to drive Luch over to his back. 30 seconds to go first period. Luch gets out of that. Now the scoreboard's corrected. It is 6-3 in favor of Michael Luch. Clarenbeek now has a control of the wrist and is trying to double chicken wing. Luch tries to fight out of that and does. Clarenbeek back behind him. And that's the way this first period's gonna probably end, as Michael Luch leads 6-3 over Clarenbeek, Brock Clarenbeek of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And now we have blood time for Michael Luch, but I think it's something bleeding in his mouth, so I don't think it'll be a extended period of time. Once again, over on mat 2, West Sioux beat Bladen Hole Rock Valley 48-28 in the first duel. On mat 1 here, the Blackhawks trail 30-21 to Central Lyon George Little Rock, with a couple matches left. Michael Luch chooses neutral position here to start the second period, leading 6-3 versus Brock Clarenbeek of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Luch in on a single. Clarenbeek tries to put a whizzer in and hip over. Now Luch tries to drive him over, but goes back to that single. Now switches to a double. Luch picks him up, drives him to his back, and gets the 2. And Michael Luch leads 8-3. 30 seconds into the second period. Luch now looking for a power half. Gives that up and goes to a wrist roll. Now he converts that to a chicken wing. Trying to get the chicken wing in. Clarenbeek bases out and fights that off. And they'll be out of bounds, and we'll reset in the middle. So Michael Luch of Hinton leads 8-3 over Brock Clarenbeek of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Here at 138 pounds. We still have 3 matches to go in this duel. Luch covers and tries to break Clarenbeek back down. Luch just a freshman. He's fared pretty well on his feet in this match. That's where he's gotten most of his points. Now tries to put a half in. Clarenbeek fights that off. He's trying to drive Clarenbeek forward, get him off his base. Clarenbeek tries another roll. Luch tries to fend it off, but Clarenbeek's going to get that. So it's going to be 8-5, and then Clarenbeek gets 2 near fall points as well. So it's 8-7 now. Clarenbeek leads over Michael Luch, or trails Michael Luch of Hinton. Luch by 1 here over Clarenbeek of Central Lyon. Luch back to his feet, out of bounds. Luch will still be down. 21 seconds to go. Luch leads by 1 over Clarenbeek of Central Lyon. Got a caution there. That's going to be on Clarenbeek for a rolling start. He has to stop his momentum before they blow the whistle. Clarenbeek back on top, and we're going to have a caution on Michael Luch that time. So Luch tried to jump the whistle. Again, not a bad move. If you're trying to get away, you get a couple cautions before a point, so no harm, no foul. Each guy has 1 caution on this restart. Race to go again, and this time it's a clean start. Luch unable to get wrist control, and Clarenbeek has a 2-on-1. Now he's trying to convert that to a chicken wing, and does, sort of, momentarily. Luch fights that off, and Clarenbeek goes to a cradle. Luch fights off his back there, and they're going to give 2 near fall, and Clarenbeek's going to take a 9-8 lead as we head to the third period. I wasn't sure he got that second count, but referee says he did, so Luch trails 9-8. He'll be in the bottom position as Clarenbeek chooses top. start the third period. So Luch set, Clarenbeek covers, and we're off. Clarenbeek puts the legs in. Luch tries to stand up, tripod. Now Clarenbeek tries to pull Luch to his back and does. He's going to get at least 2 near fall here. Clarenbeek still trying to hold Luch down. He's got 3 back points, 3 near fall. Now Luch bases back to his belly. He's going to have to go here, trailing 12-8. Clarenbeek of Centralized Lion George Little Rock leads Luch of Hinton. Now Luch tries to come up to his feet, back down. Clarenbeek kind of riding that ankle and just riding for right now, not really trying to turn him. 49 seconds to go. Now Clarenbeek got Luch over again with the half Nelson. Luch shoulders out of bounds, trying to fight it. And they're going to get the fall, so a minute 36 into the third period with 24 seconds left. Clarenbeek of Central Lyon is going to get the fall over Michael Luch of Hinton. That's going to extend that lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock to 36-21 with 3 matches to go. Luch in early control there, and then the last part of that match, Clarenbeek took back over. Now at 1:45, it's going to be Brogan Lake for Hinton. The freshman comes in with a 1-3 record. And I'm checking to see who this is for Central Lyon. Brogan Lake with the early takedown. It's Jamie Van Wy for Central Lyon. Lake with the takedown, working for the fall. Van Wy able to fight off his back. Lake gets 2 more near fall, so Brogan Lake of Hinton leads 4-0 over Jamie Van Wy of Central Lyon. Now Lake looking for a pin combination. Van Wy not able to get away yet. Brogan Lake not able to get him turned. Now Van Wy gets back to his base, and Lake tries to get him flattened back out. Grabs the arm with the seatbelt there, trying to, now he loses it. Now he's trying to get a chicken wing. Now he's going to a power half. So Brogan Lake trying to power half, that doesn't work. 40 seconds to go first period. Lake leads 4-0 over Van Wy of Central Lyon. Van Wy, also a freshman, comes in at 4-4. Now Lake with a power half, and Van Wy fights that off. Lake still in control, up 4-0 here with 15 seconds to go first period over Van Wy of Central Lyon. Now Lake goes back to the power half. And that's going to do it for first period. So Brogan Lake's going to lead Jamie Van Wy of Central Lyon 4-0 after 1. Van Wy's choice, he defers. And Lake's going to choose neutral. Start the second period here. Lake up 4-0. We're in neutral spot. Was able to take Van Wy down fairly quickly in the first period. Now Lake has a front headlock. trying the old country boy, but that's a tough move from your feet. You got to get them on their knees first. Lake tries to snap down. Now Lake shoots. Kind of has a double. Tries to pull Van Wy in, and they go out of bounds. So it'll be back to neutral. So a couple of freshmen doing battle here at 145. Hinton desperately needs a pin to get back in the team race here. Central Lyon leads 36-21. Only 3 matches remaining, including this one. Now Lake trying to do a country boy once again. This time he gets him over. That time it was from his knees. It worked a little better. Lake has his near fall now. He's looking for the fall. Van Wy is pretty well stuck. Lake just needs to finish that other shoulder off. Possibly lift the head here a little bit. And now he gets the fall. So at 3:01, Brogan Lake of Hinton gets the fall over Jamie Van Wy of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And that's going to close the gap to 36 Central Lyon, Hinton 27 as we move to the 152-pound match. For Hinton, it's going to be Dustin Leetrue, senior, comes in with a 5-6 record.
Wrestling at 152 for Central Lyon George Little Rock, Landon Weiler, and for Hinton Blackhawks.
And for Central Lyon George Little Rock, it'll be Landon Weiler, the senior, with the 7-2 record. So Weiler for Central Lyon George Little Rock, Leetrue for Hinton. Weiler has an underhook here. Leetrue has the overhook, tries to go for that far leg, misses it. Now we got a front headlock situation, advantage Weiler. Weiler now tries to turn that into a cradle, and he's going to get the 2 as he goes behind. So Weiler leads 2-0 over Leetrue of Hinton. Weiler up 2-0 here. Leetrue needs to try to build back up. Central Lyon using that seatbelt technique to get the Hinton Blackhawk wrestlers flat. Tries to step through, trying to dig into a chicken wing now with that seatbelt. 1 minute to go, first period. Now Weiler's trying for back points on a tilt. Leetrue's able to fight that off. And we're going to be out of balance. We'll get a fresh start. So Leetrue will still be in the down position with Weiler on top from Central Lyon. Leetrue set, Weiler covers, and we're off. Leetrue quick to his feet, but Weiler grabs an ankle and drives him right back down to the mat. Now Wheeler tries a butcher. Probably going to convert this to a, nope, he's going to finish it with a butcher, trying to. Leetrue doing best he can to fight that off. Wheeler readjusts. And now he's able to get Leetrue on his back with the butcher. And he's going to get the fall. So at 1:44, the first period, Landon Weiler of Central Lyon George Little Rock gets the fall to put this match in favor of Central Lyon George Little Rock. One match left to go at 152, 160. It's going to be 160 now. Gabe Anderson of Hinton. Gabe Anderson, another freshman, comes in with 11-8 record.
For Central Lyon George Little Rock, Spencer Sprock.
And for Central Lyon George Little Rock, will be Spencer Sproke, sophomore with a 6-3 record. So Hinton full of freshmen and sophomores. Central Lyon has a lot of sophomores as well. So it's Sproke versus Anderson here at 160, our final match of this duel. Central Lyon's already wrapped up the team score as they lead by 15 with one match to go. Anderson with the underhook here. Sproke trying to drive him down. Anderson resets. Anderson tries to snap down. No, Sproke tries a Russian. Anderson trying to fight that Russian off. Now it goes to a front headlock. But Sproke still has the Russian, kind of, so prevents Anderson from doing any damage with that headlock. Now we're nearing the out of bounds. They circle, but Sproke unable to gain control. Looked like they stepped out, but they're going to give Sproke the takedown. Coach Crawford must have thought the same thing. He kind of had a look like, I thought they were out, but that's not what's called. And I am opposite side of the mat, I'll be 100% honest, so it's really hard for me to tell. It just looked like both their feet were out. But they must not. So Sproke in control, 2-0 over Anderson of Hinton. Sproke working the 2-on-1, keeping pressure. Now Anderson's able to get his wrist back. And we're going to have blood time on green. That'll be Gabe Anderson of Hinton. Just remind you, after this duel, we'll have a short break, and then we'll be back with Boyden Hall Rock Valley versus Hinton in the second and last duel of the evening. West Sioux beat Boyden Hall Rock Valley 48-28 in their duel. After this one's over, Central Lyon will move over to mat 2 and take on West Sioux. We'll keep you updated on that team score, and Boyden Hall Rock Valley will move over and take on Hinton on mat number 1. Reminder, if you're interested in sponsoring anything here at our broadcast, we have this winter, we have wrestling coming up again on January 25th from home with lots of boys and girls basketball coming up. It's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. We're ready to go again. Sproke covers Anderson. 30 seconds to go, first period. Anderson tries to come up to his foot, but Sproke grabs an ankle. 2-0 in favor of the Central Lyon wrestler right now. Now Anderson tries to stand up. Sproke grabs a single leg and gets him back to the ground. Under 10 seconds to go now. Sproke still on the top position. That's the way we're going to end first period. So Spencer Sproke leads 2-0 over Gabe Anderson of Hinton. Sproke defers. Anderson's going to choose the down position, better known as the referee's position. Sproke covers, and we're off. Anderson tries to stand up, but he's cut down as the arm is trapped. And Sproke back to where he left off in the first period. Riding with the 2-on-1. He has Anderson's arm trapped. Now Anderson gets his arm free. Now he has to build up and try to go. Sproke with a deep, tight waist. Now he picks up Anderson's leg. He has to get those hips back underneath him and get out and go. He tries to. Now he's back to one leg. Sproke tries to pick up that leg again. Goes to a single. Anderson has his leg back. Trying to get Sproke down. Now he has him down. He sees to break the lock on his hands. Sproke trying to hook that ankle. And does. That'll make it tough on Anderson to get out of there. Now Sproke rolls through. Anderson does a great job of rolling through. We're back where we were. If Anderson can break his lock on his hands, which he's cross-facing hard, he's got to kick that leg back behind him and stay in bounds. And he's able to. So Anderson gets the reversal and ties it at 2-2 with 48 seconds to go. Second period. It's Anderson of Hinton wrestling Sproke from Central Lyon George Little Rock in our last match of the duel at 160. Anderson trying to get some wrist control. Tries for a butcher now. Has it. Now he's trying to cradle it. Looks like he has his hands locked. Now he has to sit back with it. And he's got it back for some near fall. Sproke's able to break his hands and rolls back through. But Anderson gets two near fall right before they go out of bounds. And Anderson takes a 4-2 lead on those near fall. Great job of Gabe Anderson there of getting that cradle. Sproke set. Anderson covers. We're off. And that's going to do it for the second period, as Anderson's able to score 4 points that period and take a 4-2 lead over Sproke from Central Line George Little Rock. Now Sproke chooses neutral, trailing by 2 as we head to the third period. Anderson picking up the pace here, as Sproke looks like he may be a little bit more fatigued than Anderson at this point, but Anderson working the Russian, unable to do anything with that, as Sproke squares him up and fights that off. Now we're working a collar tie and an underhook. Anderson trying to work for a single here. Tries to reach for the leg, but Sproke's able to get it back. Now Anderson has Sproke down on both knees. Switches to a front headlock and a little cowboy action. And he gets the 2. No back, but he's going to get the 2 before they go out of bounds. And Anderson takes a 6-2 lead. So Anderson and Hinton lead Sproke of Central Line George Little Rock 6-2 here. 1:18 to go, third period. Now Anderson puts a leg in, tries to get Sproke broke down. Trying to lift that arm up over his head so he can wrench him backwards. Sproke doing a pretty good job of fighting that down with his other arm. Now Anderson's able to get it behind him. He's got to climb up that arm. He's able to climb it up most of the way now. If he can scoop the head, he got a couple near fall points there before Sproke was able to wiggle away. So it's 8-2 in favor of Anderson. Now Anderson goes for a power half, and Sproke reverses him. And that's going to be a 2-point reversal for Sproke. Now Anderson trying to fight back out of it. 30 seconds to go. Anderson leads 8-4. Anderson's able to get to his feet. He'd like to get out of that tie and restart, and now he does. So Anderson up 8-4, 20 seconds to go. 9-4 with that escape. So Sproke's going to be looking for a 5-point move. Anderson's got to be careful here. Anderson drives back in, the cow catcher. Watch for that headlock. Sproke reaches back, grabs his head. Anderson pulls that out and gets 2, and that's going to secure the victory. So Gabe Anderson of Hinton's going to win 11-4 over Spencer Sproke of Central Line George Little Rock. That's going to close out this duel. Central Line George Little Rock's going to win 42-30. That's going to do it for this coverage of this duel. We'll be back in a few minutes with our next duel, as Boyden Hull Rock Valley will take on Hinton. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Varsity Athletics.
Rural customers deserve great internet too. You deserve EverTech's No Limits Internet and the quality local services that comes with it. We've dedicated 32 years to bring customers like you reliable and unlimited internet, up to 50 megabits across 22 counties. It's internet you can count on. Call or email our Everly office to get started. You and your family need internet with unlimited use, no contracts, and no overages. You need EverTech. Visit evertech.net to learn more. EverTech, internet where you live.
This is how it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
You're going to love the view of a Screen Builder's designed outdoor leisure living space. Whether an all-season room, 3-season room, deck, or patio, Screen Builders offers easy installation and a reliable warranty. From construction of new spaces to providing shade to existing spaces or adding Easy Breeze panels to your screen room, start your project at screenbuilders.com and enjoy the views you've been missing.
Call Screen Builders, you're gonna love the view.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As we're getting ready to start the next duel of the evening. It'll be Boynton Hall Rock Valley taking on the Blackhawks. We're going to start out with a few JV matches. Looks like the first match is going to have Nick Lindley for Hinton. And I will let you know who's wrestling for Central Iowa and George Little Rock, or Boynton Hall Rock Valley, as soon as I know. Maybe we're not ready to get underway here, but so Boynton Hall Rock Valley comes off a 48-28 loss to West Sioux. West Sioux is a pretty tough team. I haven't seen the latest rankings, but they're a top 5 team in the state dual rankings-wise, with numerous kids expected to punch their ticket to the state tournament. So Hinton will be wrestling West Sioux in a couple weeks.
Wrestling with some JV matches on the gold mat for Boynton Hall Rock Valley at 126 is Brian Gomez.
It'll be Gomez for Boynton Hall Rock Valley and Nick Lindley for Hinton. JV action here. Again, we'll start at 182 once we start the varsity action, but got some JV matches to get out of the way first. Lindley with the front headlock, trying to get Gomez down, unable to do so far. Lindley's still with the front headlock, trying to secure that takedown. And Lindley gets behind him. That should be 2, and it was right before they went out of bounds. So Lindley Hinton takes a 2-0 lead over Gomez of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Lindley covers, and we're back underway with leading 2-0. Lindley's got that wrist trapped. Seatbelt ride is what they call that. Now he lets go of that, and Gomez is going to get an escape. It'll be 2-1 in favor of Lindley of Hinton. Looking for a little wrist control here, both guys. Neither guy has control of the other in the neutral spot. Now Lindley goes to a collar tie. Now Gomez in on a single leg. Lindley's able to fend that off right to his back in a butcher position, and Lindley's going to get the fall in JV action. So Nick Lindley Hinton gets the fall at 1:36, the first period. Nice job by the freshman. That looks like that'll be the only JV match. Maybe not. We're going to have the flip here to see what's going on. So who has choice? We start at 182 with varsity action here between Blackhawks and Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Nighthawks, I think. Boynton Hall's Nighthawks. I don't know if. And I was confirmed by the great Adrian Hardison that is, in fact, their nickname.
Wrestling for the varsity matches now on the gold mat at 182.
So for Hinton at 182, kicking off this varsity action is going to be Colton Robinson. Colton Robinson, the freshman, comes in with a 10-10 record. And for Central Iowa and George Little Rock, it's Casey Pick. Casey Pick with the quick takedown over Robinson, leads 2-0. Pick is a senior with a 12-3 record coming in. restart as we go out of bounds here. Robinson in the down position for Hinton. Pick covers for Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Robinson tries to stand up. Pick chops that arm and gets a 2-on-1. Now he's trying to feed it through and get some sort of tilt possibly. Robinson fighting that off, trying to get his arm free. Robinson reaches back, that's never a good idea, and Pick grabs his arm for a chicken wing. Pick still has that chicken wing, looking for a half to go with it. And now he's got Robinson stacked up, that'll be a fall. So Casey Pick's gonna win. Casey Pick is number 8 ranked wrestler according to IA Wrestling coming into tonight. So he wins in 1:06 the first period, and the Nighthawks take a 6-0 lead. We'll move to 195 for the Blackhawks. Looks like it's gonna be Isaac Richter. Richter comes in, a junior with a 3-1 record. And it appears as though Richter's going to be unopposed. He'll get the forfeit. So that'll tie things up at 6-6 as Isaac Richter gets the forfeit for Hinton at 195. Now we move to 220. For the Blackhawks, it'll be Bodie Benabus. And for Central Lyon, George Little Rock. I'll let you know once I see him checked in.
At 220, we have for Boyden Hall, Rock Valley, Reagan Mawson for Hinton.
Reagan Mawson for Boyden Hall Rock Valley. The junior comes in with an 8-7 record. For Hinton, it's going to be Bodie Benabus. He comes in, the sophomore, with the 9-10 record. So Benabus for Hinton and Mawson for the Nighthawks. Mawson trying to control things with a collar tie here. Now Benabus gets the inside position. A couple of guys fighting for control here. Benabus tries maybe a headlock, and Mawson's able to slip behind him for the takedown. So Mawson of Boyden Hall Rock Valley takes a 2-0 lead over Benabus of Hinton. Mawson trying to work a power half here near the edge out of bounds. Benabus looking to build back up and get to his feet. Mawson's got that one wrist of Benabus, which makes it very difficult to stand up. Now Mawson tries to go to a butcher. And he's trying to turn that into a cradle. I think Mawson might have his hands locked up. I can't tell from our vantage point. Benabus working on the hands, able to escape that for the moment. 30 seconds to go first period. Mawson of the Nighthawks leads Benabus of the Blackhawks 2-0. Out of bounds, we'll get a fresh start. Benabus still down in the down position. Mawson covers, leading 2-0. Now Bodie comes to his feet, tries to get the locked hands broken. Mawson's got to return to the mat within 5 seconds. He'll be called for stalling, which we've got to be getting pretty close to. And now Mawson gets the stall warning, and Benabus still working on those hands. And he breaks free for the 1-point escape. So now it's 2-1 in favor of Mawson as the first period comes to conclusion. It'll be Mawson's choice. He's going to defer. Benabus is going to choose down. So Mawson got that stall call at the end of the first period, so the next one will be a point. You get one free one, after that it's points. Benabus trying to stand up here. Mawson grabs an ankle. Now Mawson's got Benabus broke down. Benabus needs to build back up to his base. Mawson's got the arm trap, making that difficult. Mawson still in control here over Benaboost, leading 2-1 in the second period. Mawson trying that butcher once again. Benaboost fighting that off, so far anyway. Now he's trying to lock up that cradle. Benaboost controlling that top wrist is the way to prevent that cradle from being locked. Does so, for the moment at least. Mawson back to the butcher again. Benaboost chose down here to start this period. He'd like to score some points. Now Mawson has the power half in. Benaboost wings that down temporarily at least. Mawson back to the power half once again. Not really committing to it, getting off to the side and running it, just trying to get it started. Benaboost still down, trailing by 1 here to Mawson of Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Now Benaboost is back to his knees at least. He can't stand up as Mawson breaks him back down. Now Mawson gets to the power half, off to the side, trying to run it. 5 seconds to go. Benaboost wings it back down and avoids any more points. So after the 2 periods of action, Mawson of Boyden Hull Rock Valley leads Benaboost of Hinton 2-1. Now Mawson chooses the down spot to start the third, otherwise known as the referee's position. Benaboost covers and we're underway. Benaboost trying to chop that arm and drive Mawson down. Mawson gets to his feet. Now Benaboost needs to return him to the mat. Unable to do so, and Mawson gets a 1-point escape. 3-1 in favor of Mawson over Benaboost of Hinton. 1:45 to go in the match. Benaboost needs a takedown to tie it up. Mawson with the front headlock. Now he's able to secure the takedown right to his back, and Mawson's going to secure the fall. So at 4:37 in the match, Mawson of Boyden Hull Rock Valley gets the pin over Bodie Benaboost of Hinton, and the Nighthawks take a 12-6 lead as we head to heavyweight, where Hinton will be open. So once I know the name of the person checking in for Boyden Hull, I'll let you know. It'll be Lucio Vasquez taking the forfeit.
Winner by forfeit and heavyweight for Boyden Hull Rock Valley.
For Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Lucio Vasquez with the forfeit, and we move to 106. For Hinton, it's going to be Evan Stahl. Evan Stahl comes in with the 7-2 record, the freshman. And for Boyden Hull Rock Valley,
Wrestling in 106 for Boyden Hull Rock Valley, Louis Tomas.
It'll be Louis Tomas, a sophomore, with the 5-3 record. 18-6 team score in favor of the Nighthawks. Tomas with the control in the action so far early in this match. Stahl from Hinton trying to get something going. Tomas is pretty insistent on that snap down. Now Stahl gets a nice double leg, and Tomas grabs an ankle to try to avoid the takedown. They're right near the out of bounds. Stahl still has the double. Moss has the one ankle. And now Stahl is able to get to his knee, still driving that double. Tomas doesn't have the ankle anymore. And now Stahl back to his feet once again, but he's broken back down, unable to get the takedown. I'm surprised they haven't called us a stalemate. It's been going on for a good 30 seconds or so now. Stahl has a single leg, trying to step up with it. And Tomas has the ankle. And Tomas is going to get the takedown. 50 seconds to go first period. Tomas of Boyden Hull Rock Valley leads 2-0 over Evan Stahl of Hinton. Now he's working a butcher, trying to get to a cradle. gives that up, switches to a wrist roll, trying to get Stahl broken down. Tomas has the leg lock, so Stahl can't get away at the moment. Now he's got a 3/4 Nelson. Gets a 2 count, so that'll be 2 near fall points for Tomas and the Nighthawks. Now Tomas has a half. 8 seconds to go. Stahl wings that down. They go out of bounds. It'll be a restart with 2.5 seconds to go. Evan Stahl trailing 4-0 over Tomas of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Tomas covers, whistle blows, and that's going to do it for the first period. And at the end of one, Tomas of Boynton Hall Rock Valley leads 4-0 over Evan Stahl of Hinton. Tomas defers. Stahl chooses neutral. And that's the way we'll start the second period. Stahl once again tries to shoot. Tomas, they're out of bounds. Referee blew him out of bounds already. Tomas tries to snap Stahl down again. Stahl looking for a shot once again. Now Tomas gets the snap down and Stahl drops to a single leg. And now Tomas is gonna try to secure the 2. As he does, he has the ankle and the head, trying to secure a cradle here, leading 6-0. I can't tell if Tomas has his hands locked or not, but if he gets those locked, he'll be setting back here momentarily. I think he has them locked. Now he's trying to get him over. And he does. And now he's going to get some near fall at least. As Tomas is able to get 3-point near fall. Not awarded yet, but it's in the bank, so to speak. He's got Stahl over once again. And he's going to get the fall. So at 3 minutes, 34 seconds, Tomas of Boynton Hall Rock Valley is going to win by fall. And the Nighthawks are going to extend their lead to 24-6 over Hinton. At 1:13, there's going to be another open for Hinton. And I believe it's going to be Gabino Vargas for Boynton Hall Rock Valley, sophomore. So the Nighthawks extend their lead to 30-6 after the 113-pound open for Hinton. And at 120 for Hinton, it'll be Ethan Sakow for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. We'll wait and see who. I think it's Angel Gasca. We'll see in a second. Sakow coming in, sophomore, 21-0. And I'm still waiting for confirmation who's checking in.
120 for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Angel Gasca.
It is Gasca. Gasca's the freshman, comes in with a 6-3 record. Sakow, the sophomore, 21-0 for Hinton. Hinton would like to get 6 points here and start chipping away at that big lead. Mostly due to forfeits. They've wrestled pretty well in the matches they've had. Sakow with a single leg. Gasca tries to fight it off. Sasha now grabs a single leg, trying to wing him down. If he can clear his arms over the waist, he'll have 2. Gasca trying to fight it. Ethan steps over that back leg. If he can clear his arm, he'd have to. He unable to do so far. Gasca tries a 3/4 Nelson. And they're going to be very near out of bounds. As Sasha reverses, they do go out of bounds. So they'll start neutral, no score. 1:18 remaining in the first period. Sakow ties up with Gasca from Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Sasha now with the fireman's carry, gets the waist, and he should have 2 here. He does. And Sakow takes a 2-0 lead. Now Gaska back to his feet. Sasha tries to return him to the mat with a headlock. Doesn't have the arm, and Sakow is able to avoid that. So it's 2-0 in favor of Sakow. 43 seconds to go, first period. And Sakow's going to choose to go back to his feet, so Gaska gets the escape. So it's 2-1 in favor of Sakow over Gaska from Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Ethan with the underhook. Double, shoots a double leg. Gaska tries to hit him over. Sasha trips him to his back, and they're going to call no points because both guys had feet out of bounds. 28 seconds to go, first period. 2-1 in favor of Sakow. Sakow tries to snap down. Gaska shoots. Now got a reshot by Sakow. Gaska tries to hip him over, and Sakow's able to get out of that. Sakow hanging on to that single. Gaska trying to cross-face and get behind him. Time runs out. So at the end of the first period, Ethan Sakow Hinton leads Angel Gaska of Boynton Hall Rock Valley 2-1. Gaska defers. Sakow chooses down. Referee's position to start the second period. Gaska covers and whistle blows, and we're off and running the second period. Sakow back to his feet quickly. Able to break the hands and possibly get a reversal. Gaska hip it into him, trying to prevent that. Sakow has a cradle locked up. He's going to get 2. That's going to be a 4-1 lead for Sakow. And if he can get this cradle to his back, he can get more. Now he's got Gaska on his back. And now Gaska breaks the hands, but Sakow turns it into a butcher. Gaska fights off his back, and it'll be 3 near fall for Sakow. He'll lead 7-1 as he goes for a half. Now he's able to turn him on his back with a half. That should be a fall. And it is. So at 2 minutes and 47 seconds of the second period, 2:47 of the match, Ethan Sakow Hinton wins by fall to close that deficit to 30-12 in favor of the Nighthawks over the Blackhawks. And we'll move to 126. At 126 for Hinton, it's going to be Mark Gant. The freshman comes in with an 8-0 record. For Boynton Hall Rock Valley, wait till they check in. We'll see who it is.
At 126 for Boynton Hall Rock Valley, Logan Seabrecht.
It's going to be Logan Seabrecht.
Mark Gant.
Logan Seabrecht is a sophomore with the 7-8 record coming in. So Gant for Hinton, Seabrecht for Boynton Hall Rock Valley at the 126-pound match. Gant with the front headlock here, trying to get the takedown. Seabrecht breaks out of that and restarts. Now Gant shoots a double. Comes up behind him, he's got to trip him to the ground to get his 2. Seabrecht breaks out of that, so no score still. So far in this match early on, Gant's been the aggressor. Now Gant tries for wrist control, tries to shoot once again. Seabrecht avoids that. Now Gant has wrist control. Seabrecht tries a Russian tie. Gant once again shoots. Seabrecht sprawls. Now Gant has an underhook. Double underhooks, actually. Now Seabrecht comes up. Looks like Seabrecht might want to try to throw a little bit. Gant's dropping out to a single. Seabrecht gets out of that. Pretty good action so far in the first minute and a half of this one. Now Gant once again with the single attempt. Seabrand with the arm back. He has a front headlock. Trying to secure a cradle for 2. Gant gets behind him. Tries to trip him down, and they're going to call him out of bounds. No points awarded. So it'll still be a neutral with 25 seconds to go. Neutral. No score in this 126-pound match. Seabrecht for Boynton Hill Rockville. Gant for Hinton. Ten seconds to go as Gant shoots in again on a single. Seabrecht once again with the front headlock. Gant turns and faces him. Now Gant tries to hit him down, and time expires. And they're going to call 2 as time expires. Coach Crawford for Hinton's having him checked with the clock to make sure that was in time, as it was very close. So referee's checking with the scoreboard here. And it looks like it's going to stand. So Logan Seabrecht's going to lead 2-0 over Mark Gant as we head to the second period. Gant's going to choose down position. Gant tries to set out here and turn and face Seabrecht. Almost, he's to his feet. If he can stay there, he's going to get a reversal as now Seabrecht puts his hand down to support himself, so it's 2-2 as Gant gets a quick reversal to start the second period. Gant has a cradle locked up on Seabrecht. He sets back with it. Now he's going to get some near fall at least, looking for the fall. He's got the 3 near fall. Now he's looking for the pin. As Seabrecht able to break the hands. So Gant gets 3 near fall and leads 5-2 now in the second period. Gant from Hinton over Seabrecht of Boynton Hill Rock Valley. Now Gant with a chicken wing and a tight waist. Tries the chicken wing, loses the arm. Now he has a chicken wing, it looks like. So now he's trying to wrist roll the far side and drive the chicken wing, but Seabrecht steps up with that outside leg and prevents that from happening. Now Gant's got to improve from that position or he'll get stalling called. He does. Once again, he's in control of Seabrecht. 5-2. Now Gant's a bit high. He's going to have to, well, now he gets a leg in. Tries the power half, but his hips are kind of off to the side instead of more on top where they need to be. Now he climbs back on top and he's slowly wrenching Seabrecht over. And he's very close to getting some back points here as we go 15 seconds to go, second period. And now he's got him for some back points. He's going to get at least a 2 count. I don't think he got to the 5 he needed for 3 points, but he's going to get at least 2. He does. Gets 2 near fall. So Gant leads 7-2 as the second period closes. Mark Gant up 7-2 over Logan Seabrecht of Boynton Hill Rock Valley in the 126-pound match. Seabrecht chooses neutral. Gant Hinton still leading 7-2 over Seabrecht of Boynton Hill Rock Valley. Now Gant shoots a nice double leg, gets the takedown right near the edge of the match. That's going to extend the lead to 9-2 in favor of Gant, as the referee calls him out of bounds. Over on mat 2, we're going to have West Sioux leading Central Lyon George Little Rock 28-24 as they're wrestling in the 138-pound match. West Sioux leading 28-24 over Central Line George Little Rock. Here on our mat, Boynton Hall Rock Valley leads 30-12 over the Blackhawks. We're at 126-pound action. Mark Gant of Hinton leads Logan Seabrink of Boynton Hall Rock Valley 9-2 with 1:15 to go third period. Gant riding tough here, trying to get him broken back down for another pinning combination. Now Gant puts the legs back in and goes to the power half. He's going to have to climb up on top, but that's going to get stopped for potentially dangerous. Seabrick gets out of that, and now Gant tries to get his wrist back as Seabrick has a hold of his arm underneath his head. Of course, you can't see that because the referee's in your line of sight. Seabrick still got a hold of Gant's arm. That's kind of what's preventing action here. Gant's trying to get his arm back so he can continue to work the fall action. As we got 15 seconds to go in the match. Now Gant tries a spladle. And we got blood time, so we'll have a stoppage for blood time here. So while I got that, we'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching Full Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Athletics.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as we're ready to resume the 126-pound battle. Mark Gant of Hinton leads Logan Seabrick of Boynton Hall Rock Valley 9-3, as Gant's going to allow Seabrick back to his feet. And now Seabrick tries a headlock. Gant counters, and he's going to get another takedown, it looks like. No points awarded, so the match is going to end 9-3, and the Blackhawks add 3 more to their team total. So it's going to be 30-15 in favor of the Nighthawks as we head to 132-pound action. It'll be Gage Morgan for Hinton.
At 132 for Boynton Hall Rock Valley, Christian Byert.
It'll be Christian Byert, the sophomore, 3-6 record, coming in for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. And for Hinton, it's going to be Gage Morgan coming in with the 12-6 record, the sophomore. Byert trying to throw here a little bit. Morgan into a double leg, takes Byert down and gets 2. Now is looking for the pinning combination as he has Byert in some trouble. And he's got the 3 count, looking for the fall. As Byert tries to slide out of bounds. Morgan tries to keep him in bounds and trying to get those shoulders down. Now Morgan's seemed to have him flat for a second, and they're going to call him out of bounds. It'll be 3 near fall for Morgan. He'll lead 5-0. So Gage Morgan of Hinton takes a 5-0 lead over Christian Byert of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Morgan covers, and Byert tries to stand up, but Morgan's able to avert that attempt, and now he rides him with the seatbelt. You got a tilt going on here. Unable to get that converted into any points, but he's still got the seatbelt ride, so as long as he controls that arm, it'll be very tough for Byert to escape. Morgan gets that arm out behind. Now he's going to go to more of a cowboy collar. If he can thread his arm in, now he does. He's got Byard in a lot of trouble once again with 30 seconds to go. He's got the 5 count needed for 3, and now he's got the fall, I believe. Yes, the referee calls it. So at 1:40 into the match, Gage Morgan of Hinton's going to get the win by fall. That's going to close the gap to the Nighthawks 30, Blackhawks 21, as we're going to head to 138-pound action. For Hinton, it's going to be Michael Lusch, the freshman. Comes in with an 11-7 record. For Boynton Hall Rock Valley, it's going to be
at 138 for Boynton Hall Rock Valley, Julian Reyes.
It'll be Julian Reyes Palma, senior with a 6-8 record. So Michael Lusch, the freshman, taking on Reyes, the senior. Lusch with a double leg and takedown for 2. Lusch with a nice double leg there, and Lusch is pretty comfortable on his feet. He's going to stand him back up. So it'll be 2-1 in favor of Michael Lusch from Hinton over Reyes from Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Now Reyes dives in on a single leg attempt. Well, it's actually trying to double. Now he switches to a single. Lusch trying to sprawl and grab that ankle. Reyes still trying to finish the takedown. Reyes trying to cut the legs here and switch to a double, but Lusch has got him kind of tangled up. I would expect a stalemate pretty soon if nothing happens. Now Lusch lost the ankle. Now he's got back around the leg. Reyes still trying to drive Lusch down. Lusch trying to hang on to that far leg. Now Reyes is able to get away and get the 2-point takedown. Lusch right back to his feet immediately, and they go out of bounds. So it's going to be 3-2 in favor of Reyes as he got the reversal. Actually got the takedown after the escape. Now Lusch tries a reversal, doesn't work. Tries to set out again, doesn't work. Reyes grabs that arm. Lusch just leaving that arm back a little bit, and Reyes was able to grab the wrist and stop that switch attempt. Now Reyes has him down, riding his version of the seatbelt ride. He's got Lusch's arm across his chest and the ankle hooked. Ten seconds to go, first period here. Reyes trying to get Lusch in a tilt position here, or actually it's kind of a butcher, but he's a little too far up on the arm, I think, to make that work, and the first period is going to come to conclusion with Reyes leading 3-2 over Michael Lusch of Hinton. Lusch is going to defer, and Reyes is going to choose down. Lusch covers. He's going to draw a caution from the referee for having his arm a little bit too far across the tight waist, I believe. Now we're off and running. Lusch tries to grab an ankle. Now he's going to go to the spiral ride. Trying to get Reyes off his base. Lusch thrown by 1 here. Reyes on the bottom with the lead. Now Reyes tries to come to his feet. Lusch locks up a cradle. If he can flip him over, he'd have points. But right now, Reyes is kind of in a position where he can't flip him. Lusch trying to build up so he can take him over. Reyes trying to get his head out. And Lusch is able to roll through. And that's going to be a near fall. So Lusch is going to take the lead 5-3 on that cradle as Reyes is able to kick through it. So Michael Luch leads 5-3 over Reyes of Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Luch locks the cradle up once again, but he's on the wrong side. Now Reyes reaches back. Luch takes a far ankle, far knee, and breaks him back down. 30 seconds to go, second period. Luch with a 2-point lead of Hinton. Over on mat number 2, West Sioux leads Central Lyon George Little Rock 40-30 at the 160-pound match. Now Reyes is going to get an escape. It'll be 5-4 in favor of Luch. Three seconds to go. And that'll do it. So heading to the third period, Reyes is going to choose neutral. As now they've corrected the scoreboard. It should have been 5-4, like I said before, with the escape at the end of the second period there. Now Luchin on a takedown attempt. They go out of bounds, no points. So Luch pretty good on his feet. See if he can get a takedown here and secure this victory. Hinton would love to have a fall if possible. Luch with the collar tie here. Has control of Reyes' wrist. Now Reyes shoots on a single. Luch tries the hip down. Luch trying to get his feet back. Reyes trying to get the takedown. And now Reyes does and takes the lead 6-5 over Michael Luch. Luch now trying to get back to his feet to tie it back up. Six to 5 in third period here in favor of Reyes of Boyden Hall Rock Valley. Luch gets to his feet, gets to take the reversal and some back points now as Reyes tried to roll through and went right to his back. So Luch has the lead 7-6 with 3 back points, 10-6 really. And now he gets the fall, so Michael Luch gets the fall at 5:20, and the Blackhawks are going to close the lead down to 30-27 in favor of the Nighthawks. So Boyden Hall Rock Valley leads 30-27 as we head to the 145-pound match for Hinton. It's going to be the freshman, Brogan Lake, comes in with the 2-3 record. He's going to go against
wrestling at 145 for Boyden Hall Rock Valley is
Colby Harmonson. He's a freshman with a 6-5 record. So a couple of freshmen doing battle at 145. Harmonson for BHRV, and for Hinton, it's Brogan Lake. Harmonson fakes attack and Brogan sprawls. Now Harmonson attacks once again, the Lake sprawls. Lake trying to stuff the head. Gets out of that, we reset. Lake tries a collar tie, Harmonson gets out of that. Now Harmonson goes in for a low single. Lake tries the sprawl. Now Harmonson has a double, he's gonna get the takedown. So Harmonson leads Lake. Harmonson of Nighthawks leads Lake of the Blackhawks 2-0. First period, we go under 1 minute to go. Now Lake attempts to stand up, he's whipped back down to the ground. Harmonson has a chicken wing, trying to wing Brogan Lake over. Lake working on those hands, trying to get his arm free, gets one free. Harmonson still has the chicken wing, but they go out of bounds. Lake will get a fresh start. So with 30 seconds to go, we'd like to have at least 1 point here if you're a Blackhawk fan, as Lake will have a chance to escape. Gets to his feet. Harmonson has the wrist control. Now Lake breaks away, so it's 2-1 now in favor of Harmonson of Boynton Hall Rock Valley over Lake of Hinton. Harmonson once again shoots. Lake sprawls. Under 10 seconds to go, first period. Harmonson shoots once again. Lake sprawls. And that's going to be the end of the first period as time expires. So Harmonson leads 2-1 over Lake of Hinton, head of the second period. Harmonson defers and Brogan Lake takes down referee's position. And Lake tries to come to his feet right away, but he's chopped back down. Brogan Lake tries to build back up to his base. Now he's trying to come up again, and Harmonson able to wing him back down. Now Harmonson has a 2-on-1 on Lake's right arm. Harmonson still in control, leading by 1 here. Now Lake's got up. Nope, Harmonson's got him back down again, going for a tilt. Lake's able to fight that off without giving up any points. Lake trying to free his hand so he can come up. Harmonson trying to hold on here. 1:10 to go, second period. Harmonson has that chicken wing again. Lake wings that down, but Harmonson goes right back to work with it. Harmonson still with that chicken wing, trying to drive Lake over. Lake still fighting the chicken wing. 30 seconds to go, second period. Lake trying to get out, get this 1 point. 25 seconds to go, first period. Harmonson kind of just hanging on here. As we go 15 seconds, second period. Now Lake back to his legs. Harmonson grabs a hold of him, tries to whip him down for a tilt. Unable to secure any kind of back points. And I think that's the way this period's going to end. 2-1 in favor of Harmonson. Third period be Harmonson's choice. He's going to choose down. So Brogan Lake will be in the top position, trailing 2-1 to Harmonson of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Harmonson tries to set out. Broke tries to follow. Lake unable to get all the way there. Harmonson is able to reach one of his legs. Lake's cross-facing now, trying to get back behind him. Harmonson has his arms locked around that front leg of Lake. So Lake's able to break that, trying to go to a butcher, the coaches are yelling, but Harmonson's able to grab that leg again and wrap onto it. Now Lake trying to go to a cradle. Now Lake cross faces, trying to get that leg back again. He's got the arms broke now. He just needs to step over at that back leg, get back in control. That's what he's trying to do. Harmonson's doing a great job of fighting that off. So Lake, just a freshman, trying to do all he can to get back in control here. Now Lake's going to go to a 2-on-1 on that far side and put a three-quarter Nelson in, as Harmonson kept reaching for that leg, and Lake decided to let him have it and turn it into a three-quarter Nelson. 34 seconds to go. Lake has that three-quarter Nelson, but he's not really able to get him over all the way to secure it. Approaching 20 seconds to go in the match here. 15 seconds to go. And now Harmonton's going to get the reversal with a couple seconds to go, and Harmonton's going to win this match 4-1. So Kobe Harmonton of Boynton Hall Rock Valley beats Brogan Lake 4-1, and the Nighthawks extend that lead back to 33-27, back to 6 points. As we move on to 152. 152 for Hinton's going to be Dustin Leetrew. The senior comes in with a 5-7 record. And I think he's taking on Landon Weiler. We'll see. Nope, that's the wrong team.
152 for Boynton Hall Rock Valley is Jackson Rosenboom.
It'll be Jackson Rosenboom. Jackson Rosenboom, the senior, comes in with a 5-2 record. A couple of seniors doing battle at 152 here. Leetrew for Hinton, Rosenboom for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. As over on mat 2, it looks like that duel is wrapped up. West Sioux defeats Central Lyon George Little Rock 46-36 on mat 2. So West Sioux gets a sweep tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock goes 1-1 tonight in action. In this mat, we're at 152-pound action, no score. Leetrew for Hinton versus Rosenboom for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. One more match upcoming for this duel. As Leetrew shot in a nice double and Rosenboom's kind of rolled through it. Now they're in a scramble. Each of them got each other's legs. And now Rosenboom's able to secure a pin with that awkward position. Leetrew just kind of came out of it with the shoulders down. And Boynton Hall Rock Valley is going to extend that lead to 39-27 with one match to go. So Boynton Hall Rock Valley has already won the duel at 160-pound action. For Hinton, it's going to be Gabriel Anderson. The freshman comes in with a 11-8 record. He'll be taking on Zach Struby, I believe. Zach Struby comes in with a 10-4 record. He's a junior. So freshman versus junior here. Anderson for Hinton, Struby for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Final match of this duel, final match of the evening, actually. Struby in with the double. Anderson tries to fight it off with a whizzer. Struby's going to get the takedown. Struby's got the leg split of Anderson. Now he goes to a Turk. Tries to get the Turk anyway. Anderson fought that off momentarily at least. Now Struby's trying to step through once again. He's got a chicken wing and the leg split of Anderson. Now Anderson clears the leg. Now Struby tries to go to a cradle. Anderson bases out. Now we're out of bounds. 59 seconds to go, period one. Struby leads 2-0 over Anderson of Hinton. Caution on Struby there, jumping the whistle a little bit. Now we're back underway cleanly. Now Struby does get the tilt, and he's got the near fall, working for the fall, trying to get up a little bit more pressure as he steps back over again one more time. That might do it, and it's gonna So Struby of Boyd Hill Rock Valley finishes up tonight's action with a pin over Gabe Anderson of Hinton, and the final team score tonight is going to be 45-27. So that's going to do it tonight from Hinton for wrestling action. If you want to follow more wrestling action varsity-wise, oh, we still had one more match to go. I forgot we started at 182. So final match of the evening is going to be Jacob Bishop for Hinton.
Jacob Bishop.
And it'll be Gable Van Beek. No, it's going to be Isaac Van Beek for Boynton Hall Rock Valley. So Van Beek comes in a junior at 4-7 record against Jacob Bishop, the freshman for Hinton, with a 7-2 record. So Boynton Hall Rock Valley leads 45-27. This will be our final match of the evening. Bishop of Hinton versus Van Beek of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Neither wrestler's really taken a shot to this point in the match, about 45 seconds in. Now, Van Beek shoots in on a single. Bishop tries his best to get his hips back. Van Beek tries to trip him, but they're out of bounds, so no score. They'll go back to neutral. 1:01 remaining in the first period. So far the first period, Van Beek with the only shot attempt. Now Van Beek in with another shot attempt, and Bishop counters and gets the 2-point takedown. So Jacob Bishop of Hinton leads 2-0 over Isaac Van Beek of Boynton Hall Rock Valley in the final match of this duel at 170. Bishop in control here with the 2-on-1. His headgear slipped down, so then there's a lull in the action. The referee will probably stop it and make him restart. 10 seconds to go this first period. Bishop still in control. And that's going to do it. So at the end of one, Jacob Bishop's going to lead 2-0 over Isaac Van Beek of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. Van Beek chooses neutral. And the second period's underway. Van Beek picking up the pace here a little bit to start the second period. Couple of collar ties here, not a whole lot of. There's a half-hearted shot attempt by Van Beek. Now Van Beek tries to slide by, and Bishop counters that. Now Van Beek shoots once again, and Jacob sprawls and gets the 2-point takedown. So Bishop leads 4-0 over Van Beek here in the second period. Now Bishop works the butcher. Now he's might turn that into a cradle. No, now he's working back behind. Now Van Beek grabs Bishop's head, tries to roll him over. Bishop able to roll through that and avoid that disaster. $50 seconds to go, second period here. Van Beek steps up and Bishop takes him back down, but they go out of bounds. It'll be a restart in the center. Jacob Bishop of Hinton still in control over Isaac Van Beek of Boynton Hall Rock Valley. 4-0. 32 seconds and change left in the second period. Now Bishop goes to the head lever and is able to get Van Beek a little bit off balance. Now he has him down. Now he can try that. He's got to pop his head up under it and get his hips and run. Van Beek not cooperating with that move, I don't believe, and that's going to do it for the second period. So after 2 periods, Bishop of Hinton leads Van Beek of Boyd Hill Rock Valley 4-0. Third period, Jacob Bishop chooses down referee's position. And he tries to switch right off the whistle, and he's able to get that for a 6-0 lead. It's a good quick move by Bishop to start the third period. Extends his lead to 6-0 over Van Beek of Boyd Hill Rock Valley. Now Van Beek to his feet. Bishop tries a lift and return and does so. But now Bishop changes to a butcher once again, but Van Beek props up that far leg. What he should do is turn that into a cradle, but now he's trying to butcher once again. Van Beek pushing his hands off of it. 1:15 to go in the match. Bishop has had his hands locked momentarily there. He's unable to go anywhere with it, and Van Beek broke his hand control. Now Bishop has the arm bar. He turns that into a chicken wing. So now if he can block that far arm, he can run his hips and possibly end the night with a pin. He does that. It's just that. He steps over. One more big step, and now he's got Van Beek on his back. At least back points here, looking for the near fall for sure. Now he's trying to secure the pin, and he's going to get it. So Jacob Bishop's going to win at 5:28 into the match by fall, and the final score is going to be the Nighthawks 45, the Blackhawks 33. That's going to do it tonight from our action. So thank you for watching this coverage of Blackhawk Wrestling on Fuller Digital Solutions. We'll be back next Monday with some varsity basketball action, boy-girl doubleheader. The Blackhawks are taking on Kingsley Pearson. The Blackhawk Wrestlers return to action on Saturday in the Neola Invite. So if you feel like traveling down there and catching some live action, you can do so. Otherwise, remember to subscribe to this channel and you'll be notified every time that Hinton goes live. You've been watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk Wrestling. Have a good night.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You-Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check